We made it. So it's been an interesting day in the podcast studio thus far because I couldn't get the thing to work. But now it's working, and now we're going to talk into it.
Yes. Kyle had some technical difficulties. He's just been practicing Call of Duty a lot, and it's been taking time away from his sound checking responsibilities. But
yeah,
it's okay.
I forgot that was one of my responsibilities, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I did play a lot of Call of Duty last night. Quick scoping, brought it back, Modern Warfare 2. And they brought back one of my favorite maps.
Oh, good.
From the original Modern Warfare 2.
I can't tell you what
Arsenal.
The amount of joy that brings me.
Arsenal.
I can't tell you how much joy I get out of Call of Duty 2.
Out of knowing that your friend is happy playing Call of Duty.
Right, but Kyle actually just told me this morning that this last night was the first time he was happy playing Call of Duty. So I guess this is the first time I'm happy for Kyle.
And I related it to the fact that I was really bad at the game. And I'm not saying I'm great now. I'm not. I'm no professional. I just have fun doing it. But it's like playing ping pong. The first time you play ping pong against someone who's decent, you're not going to have that much fun because you're not that good at ping pong. It's frustrating. So you have to keep playing until you get better. And then when you're finally kind of almost good, then it starts to be fun. You know?
What a great
parable?
Parable. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I think it depends on your personality. I am someone who, not just me, I think people who don't have a hard time laughing at themselves typically have less of a problem entering into games where they're bad. You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah.
Where it's like I've been in situations where I'm really bad at something, but if you are able to laugh it off, like I hit some golf balls for the first time with him a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Whiffed innumerable times, but I'm able to, if you zero in on the fact that do you hear my nose? I have a cold. Let's just get that out there.
Of his nose
I'm literally like up in my brain, like the sound's coming out of my head, not my mouth.
I can see it. It's a cool hat. That's a cool hat you got on.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, get that out of the way. A little under the weather, but nothing's going to stop me from being here. Secondly, so just an encouragement to you out there. Just learn to laugh at yourself. People will enjoy watching you fail if you can laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
There we go. But I'm also very competitive, so it's hard sometimes.
Yeah.
It's hard sometimes.
If I'm really, really bad at something,
right,
I think I can laugh at myself. But if I want to be good at it and I'm bad at it, then it's a different story.
Oh yeah, and I'm not dragging you through the mud by any means.
Oh my god.
Because it's pretty dry out. I'm dragging you through dirt.
The rock hard.
It's not mud right now.
Dirt.
No, I've seen you laugh at yourself.
Yeah, I played basketball last night.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
How'd it go?
I haven't played that well in a very long time.
You played really well?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it was almost frustrating for the other team.
Really?
Yeah.
You frustrated people?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't miss.
Feeling.
I couldn't miss.
No greater feeling.
I couldn't miss. It was fun. See, that's one of those things. Basketball, if I'm not playing well, I have way less fun.
Right.
If I'm playing well, I have so much fun.
Yeah.
I still have fun when I'm not playing well because it's a cardio workout. It's kind of like the easiest way to do cardio. You don't think about the fact that you're running for 2 hours. You just run it for 2 hours.
Yes, amen.
That's how I get, that's how you stay lean and mean.
Right. That's what I loved I loved sports, but I never thought about even ever having to work out outside of sports because I was constantly in sports through grade school, middle school, high school, college. And then right after college, you're like, oh, you got to do this yourself now. There's no coach telling you to run laps. That's
how his arms got so big, humongous.
No, I've never been a weightlifter, but I've always been lean.
Yeah.
Because of that.
I was a fat kid.
Were you? I've never heard that, Kyle.
Yeah, I was.
This is the first time I've heard that Kyle was a
crazy
little hefty kid.
Little hefty butt, dude. Blakely Grace is over 8 pounds now.
Dang, speaking of beefcakes,
That's a beefy girl.
Beefy Blakely.
Beef.
Blakely the Beefcake. I hope that's not her nickname
That's
in the
gonna be what
future,
her name
Blakely.
is gonna be in my phone as soon as she gets her first phone.
If you're listening to this
Blakely beefcake.
18 years from now, I'm sorry. I don't actually think that's what you are. You're a
Beautiful.
beautiful young... Whatever your dad calls you.
Blakely the beautiful beefcake. It's gonna be her.
Oh.
She's gonna be a famous musician, and that's gonna be her stage name.
Poor thing. Poor thing. I just got asked to coach men's high school volleyball
What?
at the Christian school.
What Christian school?
Unity.
They have a men's volleyball
They're
team
going
now?
to.
Bro.
So I got to decide by Thanksgiving if I'm going to do that little thing.
So that's like 1 week from today.
I know.
Are you going to?
I don't know yet.
What are the pros and cons?
I love volleyball.
That's a
That's a pro. That's what I would call a pro. I like being, I would like to consider myself someone who would thrive in that setting of coaching. I've always thought someday I would. So that's a pro too, I guess. Con is it's a responsibility.
We don't like those.
Yeah, and I think the season's from like February to May.
Oh.
So that's like a decent chunk of time.
Yeah.
So just considering that, everyone.
And what if you had like a gig like you just did?
I told her that. I told the AD that, and she said we'll have someone on standby who can take over at any time.
She talked to me about being standby for men's
There you
volleyball.
go.
This is all coming together.
See now?
This is all making
Kyle's
sense.
my standby.
I was like,
Always my
who's
standby.
I said, who's the actual dude? And she said, it's classified.
Yep, it's
I
me.
said, if it's Folan,
Mm-hmm.
I'm out.
Right.
Because we have very different coaching styles.
Very. I like to succeed and he likes to lose.
I like to scream. Sorry, I forgot that I lost ever at anything.
You've
I must have
lost.
forgotten.
No, but you could be the strength and conditioning coach if you want. You could do that.
I think they do need something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, there we go.
If there's one thing I can do,
It's
watch
strength
people
and
lift.
condition.
Watch people lift weights. Not tell them how, not give them advice,
No.
but I can watch them.
Yeah.
Okay? And I can watch them good.
I finished the Obi-Wan Kenobi series yesterday.
How was it? I didn't watch it.
I didn't. I watched the first episode like 3 months ago. See, this is how I consume media.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode 3 months or so ago, and that whenever it first came out, I don't even know. Was it
I think
May?
it was-
May, probably, right? Something like that.
No,
Anyway,
no.
I just
no.
wasn't
It was going
immediately-
through June.
I just wasn't immediately hooked. And so then I stopped watching. And then I got sick. And I'm like, I'm going to finish this show. And then by the end of it, I enjoyed it.
That's great. I heard the last few episodes were really, really good.
Correct. That's what was better.
Yeah.
Because there was a actress, not a huge fan of her performance in the first few episodes. But people did tell me, yeah, she gets better. It did. Also, the music threw me for a loop. Let me tell you, folks. I listen to music because I write music. Darth Vader's in it. Spoiler alert.
Okay.
Darth Vader's in it. They did not play the Darth Vader theme, also known as the Imperial March, when you first saw him for the first time. And I'm like, what the heck? Why would you show
That's bogus.
Darth Vader without the Imperial theme?
That's bogus.
So I was very upset. Same with Princess Leia's in it as a little girl. She's a little thing. She looks just like Princess Leia. Very well cast. I would like kudos to the casting director. I was very impressed by the Leia girl. No Leia's theme. No Leia's theme.
Dude.
What's
What
his
are we
face?
doing,
I almost
bro?
said Han Solo. Obi-Wan gets his own theme, brand new theme, which I also have mixed feelings about that. It was not quite where I was hoping it would be. Anyway, then the very last episode, they play Vader's theme and Leia's theme, and I was like, okay, I think I get it. They were keeping you wanting that until the very end and then gave it to you.
Wow.
So I'm kind of like, you know what? Maybe that worked. Maybe that didn't work. I'm still not sure how I feel about it. But Darth is way stronger and way more. What's the word?
More powerfuler.
Yes, much more powerfuler.
Wow.
In the last couple episodes, I was like, "Whoa, where'd this guy come from?"
You know who cast it? The Rock. Dwayne The Rock Johnson was Darth Vader in that series.
No.
Oh, someone told me that, and I believed them.
So false. No, can you imagine him in a Darth Vader suit? He would look
Them with
nothing like the guy.
Like triple XL.
Yeah, it wouldn't work at all.
Didn't watch it.
Yeah, you should get on that. I think I'm gonna try Andor next.
Oh, I started that. Didn't like it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I heard really good things as it progresses too.
See, I'm so impatient.
When it comes to Star Wars,
Yeah, because if the first
Marvel, you're
episode's
not
great,
impatient at all.
but they're all good, except for the last. I didn't like Thor, the new Thor, and I didn't like the new Doctor Strange all that much. But the Wakanda Forever, Black Panther 2, fantastic.
They've had some duds though.
They've had some duds
That people would
Well-
label as duds.
What do you think is like of the MCU, like
I don't know. I've
The
just heard
Avengers.
even people who love MCU, there's been
the
some.
new Thor was a friggin' dud. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. You want to know what I just started watching, and you can judge me all you want. You can judge me if you want, or you can not, because you're my friend.
Okay, go ahead.
Harry Potter.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
unbelievable.
that's all.
How's it going?
It's going good. I watched the first one so far, and I started it at midnight the other night, and I finished it at 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, and your thoughts?
Oh, I've seen them.
Oh,
I'm just rewatching them.
oh, gotcha.
I lied though, because I haven't seen the last two, and then I was like, so I've seen the first six, but I was like, I don't want to just pop into 6 or to 7 and 8, not remembering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6,
Right.
which is a lot of movie. So
There's a lot.
we're there.
Yeah.
We're there.
Apparently, Warner Brothers is considering doing more of those films.
Harry Potter?
Yep.
They gonna write more books too, Dan?
Well, they're talking with the author,
J.J. Rowling?
J.K. But yeah.
Oh, that was J.J. That's just my buddy.
Right,
JJ.
JJ. He's a great guy.
J.J. is a great guy.
Guys, we've got, I know we're just always a little bit everywhere, but we do have a little bit of a structure today, which we're very excited about. We have decided to talk about some of the strangest, most bizarre world records on record.
Or coolest.
Or
Mine
coolest.
are kind of cool.
Kyle's are very cool. Mine are more on the strange side. And I just think it's very interesting, the human spirit, the human drive to be the best at something leads people to do some very strange things.
Yeah.
And so I thought this would be kind of fun. Kyle, what's your first one?
Do you hold any world records, Aaron, before we start?
Not currently. I do hold a record at my school, but
I have
it's
6
different. 6 world
world
records.
records, yeah.
And they are.
Fastest time eating a single toothpick. And believe me, it did not feel good coming out the other end. Because I know that was your first thought.
Yeah, it's what
Splinters.
goes in must come out.
Splinters. That's one of them. I can't tell you the other 5 because I can't think of any more ridiculous things to say. The exact moment. But my actual real life one that I found, the first one, world's largest cheeseburger. Who doesn't want to know how big the world's biggest cheese? I'm very food motivated. Okay, that's something about me. I love food. I love eating food. I love smelling food. I love looking at food. I love knowing things about food.
Yeah.
And this cheeseburger, 1,794 pounds. $8,000 is what that bad boy is going to cost you. 20% gratuity on 8,000, bro.
That is wild.
That's like
Who would do that?
$1,500, bro,
Doesn't it make you feel
for just the tip. That's the tip
that's
for
pretty...
this cheeseburger.
Would you eat a portion of that?
I would, dude, a pound of that thing Wouldn't do anything. I mean, you'd have to have 1,794 people eat a pound of it.
Well,
And which is a big burger.
That is a big burger.
Just a pound burger is a big burger.
I can't find my list. Sorry.
That's okay. I'll tell you the rest. I'll tell you.
No,
No.
don't do that.
But this was at, if you guys were wondering, because I know you, like, where is this world's largest burger?
Yeah, where is it?
Come from? Malley's Sports Grill and Bar in Detroit. Michigan, man. They make cars, they make big cheeseburgers, dude. They make Pistons. Detroit Pistons. I was a huge Pistons fan growing up because, remember Ben Wallace? Mm-hmm. You're not an NBA guy, huh?
No, I'm not a televised sports guy.
Yeah. Ben Wallace was my dude, man. He had a big old afro on him. I remember. He was on the cover of NBA 2K5.
Get out.
Mm-hmm. On the PlayStation 2. I remember hooking that bad boy up in my parents' camper when we were in the driveway. Dude, me and my friends would have sleepovers in my camper in the driveway.
Really?
It was the coolest thing. And we'd always have our PlayStations hooked up in there, dude. Snacks up the wazoo, you know. Cheetos, Doritos, Nutty Bars, my favorite Little Debbie snack.
Man.
Star Crunch, chocolate milk. So last night I was playing video games, obviously. And I had just got done playing basketball. Obviously, I didn't talk about that. And I was starving, and I'm like, man, I could really go get food. It was like 12. No, it was like 11 or 11:30. I'm like, I could go get food like I usually do. Guess what I did instead?
What?
I made 8 eggs and ate them.
Whoa.
8. Because I was so hungry. And I'm like, and by the end of the eggs, I was not hungry anymore. Because I was disgusted by the amount of eggs that I just
That's a lot.
It doesn't seem like, when you say that, it doesn't sound that ridiculous. But then you eat 8 eggs.
And then it feels...
You're looking how to recover.
I think I might have deleted it on accident. Because...
Come on, man.
It was in my... I remember where I found most of them. Don't look.
So one of mine, which we'll get to as soon as Aaron finds this list, I remember when I was a kid, remember book fair? No. Book fairs?
Yeah.
At the library, they have a book fair like once a year,
Yeah.
or twice a year. And I'd always get the Guinness World Record book. That was like my parents' gift to me every year. And this lady was featured in the book like every single year for her thing that I can't tell you yet what it is, because I know it's just the anticipation is going to kill you guys.
It's already killing me.
I just remember that from when I was a little kid. It's just crazy how things like that, you remember them.
Yeah.
You remember them.
I was terrified. We had a book fair at our school, and they had a life-size Clifford the Big Red Dog, and I was absolutely petrified of him.
Yeah, we had that
I
one.
spent the entire book fair watching him and moving to the other side of the room whenever he would move around. Until big day, my dad volunteered to be in the suit. And then I loved Clifford. I overcame my fear of Clifford that day.
What a great father. Have you seen the new Clifford movie?
No.
Like the live action one?
No.
Me either. Or I haven't seen the Dumbo one. I haven't seen that one. I'm really slacking.
I don't know why you would put Dumbo and Clifford in the same...
Little kid stuff.
Yeah, but Dumbo's a Disney remake. Clifford is not like a Disney remake.
Those little kids.
Right, but the live action thing. Have you seen
kids.
Dumbo or Pinocchio or Aladdin or Beauty and the Beast?
Or Clifford.
Those are all in the same, but not Clifford. Clifford's like a PBS thing.
Public Broadcasting Station?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. No, puberty blockers. Oh no, that would open a can of worms.
Santa Monica.
That we're not going to open right now. Gosh, Aaron, just calm down. Okay, here, don't look at my freaking list,
I'm not
Kyle.
screen peeking. I'm not screen peeking.
All right, you know what? I'm going to email it to myself so I can look on my phone because Peeper Tom over here is obviously a little...
Get out of here. And let me just remind you about this 1,794-pound cheeseburger, dude. Cheeseburger in Detroit. Okay, it's got a whole garden full of lettuce on it.
I love gardens.
That's a garden.
I love.
And that's a whole entire cow worth of cheese and beef. I wonder if that's the same cow produced the cheese and the beef. Do you think they thought of that?
No.
I thought about it right now.
You think
It'd be a big cow though, huh?
Massive cow. I used to feed cows a lot.
Did I tell you the story about when I fell into cow poop?
No, I don't think so.
So I was I was probably 9 years old, and we were at my friend's farm. Me and my brother stayed the night there because they had 2 kids like my age and my brother's age. So
Makes
naturally,
sense.
we were friends. And I was trying to climb over this fence in my bibs. We were out there doing chores on the farm, and my leg got caught on the top of the fence, and I fell over, and my face landed in a pile of cow poop. Whole side of my face, cow poop, dude.
Cow poop's very stenchy.
And everyone's just laughing at me, and I was laughing at me, and I tasted it, and it wasn't good. Good, dude. It did not taste like a cheeseburger. Didn't taste like a cheeseburger.
No, but they turn into, like when they grow up and they get killed, they do taste like cheeseburgers.
You have a fuzz attaching both your lips right now. No,
attaching both?
It's like going from your top lip to your bottom lip. So every time you move your mouth, I could see it stretching. And
Is it gone?
No, it's still there, man.
What the heck?
Okay, it's good, I think. Just really funny looking as well.
Really uncomfortable.
All right, here we go.
All right, my first one was the heaviest weight supported by a human tongue.
Oh.
This is just crazy stuff, guys. This is a real record claimed by Thomas Blackthorne, who lifted 27 pounds. 27 pounds. That is, do the math, over 3 Blakely Hubners using just his tongue. He trained for 6 years to hold this amount for 5 seconds. His tongue was pierced by a hook that held 4 weights and set the record in 2004 without injuring himself.
Oh my gosh. I heard that the tongue is the strongest muscle in the body.
I've heard that too. Yours is probably way stronger because it talks a lot more than the average person. But yeah, I mean, it has to talk all the time without getting tired. No one ever says, "Oh, my tongue's so tired. I gotta stop talking."
Right.
But it's not designed. Yeah, I do believe that. It's not designed to lift weights, so that's really strange. I just think 6 years of your life devoted to getting your tongue in shape to do that. I don't know.
That is.
I don't know what you.
That's a little goofy.
What do you live for? That's my question, Mr. Blackthorne. Now that you've done that, now what?
Right.
6 years of your life gone.
I hope someone beats it and just doesn't train for it on 28 pounds.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do it.
Can I tell my next one? Because I think it's a really good one.
Go for it.
I think it's a really good one. And it's about Zorba, the world's fattest dog.
Oh, no.
Yeah. English Mastiff named Zorba. Weighed in at 343 pounds.
That makes me sad for Zorba.
Well.
Dogs aren't supposed to be that big.
Well.
That's abuse. That's dog abuse.
Imagine seeing 300. There's not even a picture of him.
Isn't that him?
No, that's a wiener dog. That's a really fat wiener dog.
Wiener dog.
Let me just go look it up. World's fattest dog. I should have said heaviest, but I said fattest instead. Because I'm mean. Oh, look at him. There's no way that's him. Right?
No, it's not.
They don't have a picture. Is that him?
No, that's just fat breeds, they're saying. Dogs that can get fat.
This is so hard.
Typically, vets will tell you if you're feeding your dog too much. And clearly, Zorba's master did not listen to his vet.
Notifications from Me Dog Guide.
My dog did die.
Okay.
December 3rd. Nope. July 3rd, 2004. My dog, Stu. You know, when I need people to just like enter into my pain, guess who I don't sit next to? Stu died on July 3rd, and he was my best friend. I have to this day never cried as hard as I did the day my dog died. I cried myself to sleep. We brought him home and buried him in our backyard. He was stiff by the time he got home. And I remember going to fireworks the next day. We celebrate Independence Day because we're Americans, we're patriots. We love this place. We went, and I remember sitting on the hilltop. We went with some friends, and just gazing into the sky, thinking, "Why in the world are we celebrating?
No reason.
What is there to celebrate when my dog is under the ground?"
How long ago was this?
July 3rd, 2004. You do the math. It's coming up on 20 years.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm not over it. And I have not gotten a dog since. And I have told my family, my kids want a dog, my wife wants a dog. I just can't bring myself to do it. Because I'm not ready to grieve like that again, okay? Yeah. Maybe when I'm dead. Maybe when I'm dead you can have a dog, okay?
Did you hear that, Tabs?
Sorry, go ahead. Man, this is going to be
he
a rough
didn't mean
morning.
that.
No, go ahead. Talk about Zorbo.
I forgot to tell you that I got your family dog for Christmas.
I'll take it back.
But it's already 17 years old, so it doesn't.
It's just gonna die. It's probably gonna die before it gets to us.
It's your turn.
Did you find a? You didn't even find a picture of a dog.
No, there was no pictures of Zorba.
That seems. You must not be. No offense, a great Google searcher. This one's great. Most metal eaten.
7 pounds.
Let that sink in. Most metal eaten. We're talking humans, folks. Michael Lotito, who passed away in 2007. I wonder why. At age 57, ate 9 tons of metal.
Wait.
Over the course of his lifetime, including a whole Cessna 150 airplane.
Wait.
Wrap your mind around that.
But
Lotito, excuse me, he was a male, not Lotita, suffered from pica, a disease that made him crave eating non-food objects like dirt and glass.
I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all.
So, unfortunate sickness for sure. But he did eat a Cessna, and I don't think many people, not many of us, could say we have eaten an airplane. So, Michael...
He made it to 57.
Yeah, eating objects.
I'm not probably going to make it to 57, and I've never eaten metal.
Right.
That I know of.
Right. That's probably true. I think I might eat Kyle's car after this episode.
You should.
I'm
tired of having that
starting to look a little yummy.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It reminds me of a popsicle.
It does.
A really dark blue popsicle.
I might have pica after this episode. Pica.
Pica de gallo. Oh, I wonder if pico de gallo is made out of glass.
Probably.
I didn't know that.
Probably very addictive. Fresh, yummy glass with cilantro.
I love cilantro.
Yeah.
The furthest distance to squirt milk from the eye socket.
I did see that one. I didn't pick that one.
You seen this one already?
Yeah.
Then I'm not going to tell everyone else
no,
how long
come on.
it is. It's definitely, if it's...
Our millions of listeners
If it's one thing, it's not. It's 9 foot 3 inches.
Right.
It's also not 9 foot 1 inch.
It's right in between.
Right in between. So you guys can do the math.
9 foot 2.
He squirted
eye socket.
Eye milk, dude.
Which they mentioned is more, which I see that, more common than you think. I'd like to know
eye squirting is more
how
common.
many people eye squirt.
You just have to try it.
I've never met an eye squirter.
I want to try it.
I've never met an eye squirter.
This would burn if I did this, though. This monster.
Notice they did milk, and I bet it's because milk
soothes the eyes.
Is a base.
They say if you have an itchy eye, if you have a scratch in your eye, you're supposed to put milk in it.
That's true?
No.
Oh.
I made that up right now.
We'll make milk is a base, which means it's not acidic.
I'm all about that base. That base. No acid.
If you have a very hot feeling in your mouth, you're not supposed to drink water. You're supposed to drink milk, which is why for like pepper eating contests, they always have milk on hand.
Get the boys some milk. Do you know Julian Smith?
Yes.
He was a YouTuber
Yes, I do.
back in the day. Did you ever see Milk?
No. Yeah, yes.
Dude, do
that
you
was like
remember?
one of the early viral
Get the boys
videos.
some milk. Get the boy a glass of milk.
He was probably one of the first viral folks.
He was. I remember.
Viral video.
He was so funny.
Everyone was talking about
Jellyfish.
him.
Remember that one? Jellyfish.
I don't think I remember that one.
Jellyfish. It's pretty much the whole song.
Do you remember Charlie Bit My Finger?
Yeah, I remember that.
That was also another early...
Charlie. That
Charlie.
hurt me. That really hurt, Charlie.
That hurt, Charlie. I wonder what he's up to these days.
Oh, Charlie. He's a grown adult now.
I'm sure he is.
He bites way harder, I bet.
I'm
now.
sure. Okay. This one I thought of Kyle because he's big into lawsuits and stuff. Most lawsuits filed
By one guy?
by one person. Jonathan Lee Richard, it's plural, not Richard, Richards, has sued over 4,000 companies and individuals and holds the world record for the largest amount of lawsuits filed, including suits against Bill Gates and Pope Benedict XVI. When he found out that he held the record, he sued Guinness. It's just funny.
Is that real?
Why would they lie?
He sued Guinness for what?
I don't know.
This guy's the worst.
Sounds like someone you'd want to be friends with.
No. Absolutely.
He's always
not.
looking for his next lawsuit, so
Right.
you can.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
It's also expensive.
I'm sure it's very
But I
expensive.
wonder how much money he's made doing it.
Yeah, it's probably like gambling for him. He's like, you win some, you lose some. Hopefully, when you win a lot to cover your loses. So many loses.
Imagine having a staring contest with Kim Goodman. She can pop her eyeballs 12 millimeters from their sockets, bro.
I've seen this.
Me too. See, this was
I've
in
seen
the Guinness books. If
Yeah.
you remember them as a child,
Yep.
she was always in the Guinness books for her creepy eyes.
Because why wouldn't you be with that?
That's a skill, because I can only get mine out about 8 millimeters,
Right.
and she
And
got an extra
even
4
that's freaky.
millimeters.
It's freaky when he does his 8mm thing.
Yeah, man.
It's just
You don't want
weird.
to see that.
You
dog.
don't want to see it. It's when he's really mad.
Yeah,
Really
then
mad.
you
They
pop
come
them
out, just and then move on.
Yeah,
you know?
and then when I'm done
Move
getting,
along.
and then when I'm done mad, I gotta push them back in with my fingers, and it hurts.
Right.
And I gotta put milk in my eyes because I got scratches on them.
Because it's a base. Yeah, very creepy. I've seen video of it too.
Really?
Which is
I don't think
even
I want
more disconcerting because you watch them zoop out. And I'm sure it's probably not good for you. Her, Kim. I'm sure that, in fact, I've heard that you're not supposed to do that even if you're capable of doing that, Merriman. Because, I mean, come on. It's only a matter of time before they just move out of their sockets and they're dangling on the ends of little strands like you see in cartoons.
that.
And then she's doomed.
That.
Then you can't put them back in, you know?
That.
Once they're all the way out.
Then you gotta hold them, but then you can see behind you.
That's true. There's
You can
pros.
see each side.
There's definite pros
Do you
to
think
that.
that works like that?
No.
Are you
No.
sure?
I'm sure they don't. They're not designed to come any farther out of the eyeball than however.
But I think legitimately though, if your eye pops out, like it's still connected
But I
to
understand
the strand
that,
thing.
but
So
there's
you
not
don't
a
think you can see?
I don't think they'd be long enough to turn around your head. No,
But just like, what if it was like that, and you could see side to side?
I still don't think it's that long. You gotta have. I just don't think. I mean, go ahead and try it. I'm certainly not going to stop you.
What a great.
The world's longest fingernail.
Oh, yeah.
Sridhar Chalal of Pune. Excuse me if I'm not saying your home city right. India. Didn't cut his nails for 66 years.
It's not that long.
It's really not that long. This is a pitiful record. Just before cutting them, they measured 29 feet. That's longer than Jaws, the shark. He was 25, give or take. 10.1 inches in length. Chalal only grew the nails on his left hand this long, allowing for full mobility with his right hand.
Smart.
He
Smart.
started growing them after being chastised by a teacher for breaking a nail when he was 14. His nails caused him a fair amount of physical pain, imagine that, and made everyday activities like sleeping difficult.
Like, nothing, didn't really do that much to me. Just couldn't sleep for 66 years is all.
Unreal.
Just couldn't sleep that good. What are we doing, man?
What are we doing?
Did he paint them, I wonder?
I don't think so.
That was only 4, I think.
That's a
per year.
lot of pain.
You put your phone away. I got one
Oh,
more.
sorry. Yeah, I do have one more. My apologies.
This one's kind of important, actually. It's something you probably actually need to know for everyday life.
Okay.
The world's fastest bathtub reached an average speed of 116 miles per hour. And I'd like to point out that someone made a bathtub into a vehicle and went 116. That's quick.
Wow. That's really fast.
Yeah.
A
That's all I
bathtub.
have.
That's
really
a fast bathtub.
That's my bathtub.
I don't think I've ever gone that fast in my bathtub.
I don't have a bathtub. And so I think
That's
why
right,
this,
you have a
I think this
shower.
is why this interested me more than most other things. Because I don't even have one of those. And this guy's doing 116 in his. He's pulling 116 in his bathtub.
That's
100,
unbelievable.
116.
100.
I haven't even gone 116 in my car. 110.
I don't believe that.
110. I get scared after that because I don't want it to, my engine to shut off and then I die.
Then I die.
Yeah.
I don't want you to die either.
I don't want to.
World record for holding the most world records. I thought that was kind of interesting. You know, like it's like a good closer. This meta title is held by 62-year-old Ashrita Furman. He used to hold 550 Guinness World Records, but currently holds 200 as other hungry record breakers have come for some of his claims. He began working on his record quest in 1979 by completing the most jumping jacks. Jumped in succession 27,000. His other records include the longest underwater cycling distance, longest distance balancing a milk bottle on the head, and fastest mile in somersaulting.
Fastest
200 records.
mile somersaulting.
Yeah,
That would hurt your neck so bad.
I know. I'm not going to do it. I don't care. You can hold that record forever.
I do one or two. I do one or two
I get so
somersaults and I
dizzy
get dizzy,
too.
man.
Yeah.
And this man's doing a mile. I wonder how long it was.
I don't spin anymore. I used to spin. I don't spin.
Yeah, sometimes I spin when I'm bored.
My spinning day. I used to when I was a kid. I thought it was the coolest feeling ever.
And
Oh,
it just
let's
makes me
watch
gassy.
the world spin while after you sit down and the world keeps spinning. Now I'm like, oh, don't do that unless I'm on my deathbed. And even then, I probably won't.
When you're on your
spin.
deathbed, I'm gonna put you in a spinning chair, and I'm just gonna
And then I'll die.
and keep you going. That's gonna be it for you.
That'll
But
be
at
it.
least you'll have a fun going away party.
Right. One last spin, if you will.
Ah, that was funny.
Spin. Spin, spin, spin.
Yeah, well, those are our world records for you guys, if you were wondering, because I know you guys were all thinking, wow, what are some good world records? Now you're going to remember, and you can go tell your friends and your family.
Yeah, tell your friends, and if you have any other interesting ones you'd like to share, hit us up. Give us your favorite. Right. And if you hold a record, my goodness, if you hold one,
Yeah.
even more so, please let us know. We'll give you a shout out next time we're on the air, on the podcasting world space. The thing is, which is always just a decision that each person needs to make.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really want to devote a chunk of your life to doing a strange feat or changing the world for the better?
So
That's just up to you.
They kind
That's
of go
just up
hand
to
in hand.
you. You think so? Growing your fingernail out 29 feet? Do you think that's doing a lot of good for humanity? You're probably right. You're
Out of
probably
vengeance,
right.
too. He's like, nah.
Right.
That
From
teacher.
14 years old, that was his.
That teacher really irked me. Now I'm going to grow my fingernails out.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Bye.
mean, I get when Olympians do it.
Yeah.
Like, I get
that
that,
country.
like, really devoted athletic commitment, and you learn a lot through all of that. But spending 6 years learning how to lift 27 pounds with your tongue? I don't know. I
just don't
know.
I just don't know.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm a fuddy-duddy. I could be
You're
that.
not a fuddy. No, you're not a fuddy-duddy.
Yeah.
But you do have a show tomorrow.
I do have
And I'm proud of you. And you just got back from California again. We haven't talked about that at all. But that's okay. We'll talk about it next time because we don't get that much time. Unless you don't talk about it.
No. I could just...
Did you have fun?
I had so much fun out in California. It was my second week out from last episode's discussion about the Magi movie. It was just the last week of that. And then now I'm back from that. And that's all. And then, yes, tomorrow I have a concert/event at a church. They had asked me to perform. Mm-hmm. And I said yes, even though I don't do this kind of stuff very often. It's not typically not like my favorite. I enjoy it when it happens, but leading up to it, it's always stressful. And then once I'm like there and I got a microphone and I got a piano, typically I enjoy it. And I enjoy the socialness of talking to people afterwards and all that stuff. But
do you need to borrow my microphone?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just thought I'd offer.
But thank you so much for offering it. Yeah. Kyle's not gonna be there. We don't need to dwell more on that.
Sorry.
The world.
I want to be there, man.
The world is wondering, why.
I want to be there, but I got daddy duty.
Blakely would probably love to hear me sing.
She actually has mentioned it.
Would love it.
She said, "Hey, your friend Heron, I'd love to hear him sing."
I'm a blue heron now.
Your good friend Aaron. And I say, Blakely, it's 2 A's, not 2 R's.
Thank
okay,
you.
I know it's very easy to mistake the R's from the A's, the amounts of them. But
yeah, I have a very hard name to spell.
You are, man. It's so funny. Since I did that, you have gotten so many emails and texts with the wrong double letter.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
In some way, I think it just heightened my awareness of the fact that my name, as simple as it is to spell, can be massacred, can be destroyed.
Distraught.
Yeah. Well, it makes me distraught, but my name's destroyed.
It makes you destroyed because it's distraught.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly what he said.
No one's really messed up Kyle.
You can't really much.
That's pretty tough, unless you put a C, which would be really weird if you did.
So weird.
Really weird.
Or an I. I mean, phonetically, kids would learn that the I, long I sound, doesn't come from
phonetically?
Yes, phonetically. Oh my gosh. You stop pretending you've never used big words. He just had his resume up on his computer, and he had 3,000 big words on there.
Yeah, like Scumpadoodle.
Like,
what's one of your skills? Scumpadoodle. What's a Scumpadoodle? Well, it means my head hurts when I try to use big words.
That's
a
true.
skill. That's a skill now, Kyle.
Scumpadoodle.
Yeah. No, my resume is pretty dope.
Yeah. He's applying for some jobs, folks.
I did apply for a couple. This was the cover letter for the job as the software guy. I had the customer success, client success manager. There we go. So basically, so the cool thing about this job and the reason that I applied for it is it pays well, and also it's remote, except for when it's not remote. Most of their business is done in Canada and Europe.
Oh.
And so I'd have to fly to those places on the expense of the company.
Canada, nah. Europe, yes, please.
Right? That's what I'm saying. They do some obviously in the U.S. too, but
no offense to our Canadian
Africa.
listener.
And Africa.
I do. I've been to Canada. There's beautiful
Canadians
places, and there's beautiful Canadians, and there's beautiful places in Canada.
Justin
that was
Bieber.
just neither here nor there. Yes, that's just his
Justin Bieber's.
Houston.
Justin Bieber's.
I hope you hear back today, Kyle, from them.
It'd be cool if I land it.
That'd be nice.
I want to interview. I haven't interviewed in so long. It's gonna be so funny. I'm probably gonna wear this.
I thought you've never interviewed.
I did twice, and I got the job on the spot.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
I'm 100%.
That's a pretty good record. Don't butcher it now.
1,000. It's already been 45 minutes.
I know.
Jeez.
Time just rolls on this podcast because
It's the Aaron and Kyle show.
Thanks as always for just tuning your ears to us.
And here's what we'd like you to do.
We appreciate it.
Give us some feedback. Follow us on the socials.
Yeah.
We need to make some videos.
I know.
I've really thought about it, and I have some funny ideas. We're just lazy.
Implement them.
We're just lazy. Which is not true. Whoa.
What'd you do?
Something happened in my throat. Went,
Oh, it did its thing.
Yeah.
Did a thing.
don't want to end something like that, but I'm sorry we're going to have to. We'll get some content out for you guys, though, because we love you, even if we don't know you. It's one thing.
True that. And even if you can't see our corner, which I don't think you can in frame on our camera right now, that's fine. It's hard to get us perfectly situated, but we are still in a corner. And not only are we in our corner, we're in your corner.
We're your biggest fan.
Until next week, episode... What are we doing next week? Episode 14. God bless you.
God bless.
Happy Thanksgiving.